What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Play Us podcast. How's everybody doing this week? We ready to rock and roll with another wonderful podcast?
Let's do it up, baby.
I was gonna
No,
say, what you guys forget how to
I was
talk?
waiting for
Matt
you,
always
dog.
goes. Dum Dum always goes first. So
I
Yeah.
forget.
hey,
Yeah.
super excited.
What's everyone playing? Everybody playing anything fun or exciting this week?
You and B Dog been playing the same game.
Yeah, we've been playing DayZ.
I've
Yeah.
been playing some DayZ for sure.
Let's see. I think that's all I played this week was Halo and DayZ.
I've been playing a ton of games lately.
An
I've
actual
been playing. I've been playing Squad. I've been playing For Honor, which I haven't played in forever. I've been playing Halo. I started playing DayZ with you. Been playing FIFA. Been playing WoW Classic.
Okay, so he's been playing a shit.
It's literally been tough to keep up with everything I've been playing, but
That's a lot.
I've been having fun. Yeah, I know. It's almost fun to like cycle through everything.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
I know that everybody wants to know. I know you were 55 last week. We were talking. Where you at right now in your character?
I was 55. I am now 57 and 25% on the way to 58.
So when are we going to see
Pretty good.
60?
Depends on if I really sit down and veg out or not. I could probably get it.
I'd say.
In
April?
Calling me out. He's calling me out, bro.
He's got too
Dang,
many other games to play right now, so that's why
I
I think
think-
in April.
I think he can get it by his birthday.
No way. I could not. If
That's 2.5 weeks.
if I took Tuesday and Wednesday off because my birthday's on a Wednesday, I could get it if I like vegged out all weekend and only did WoW. But I don't know if I'm about that life right now.
No. Okay.
No, I mean it's fun. I definitely am gonna get it before TBC, but I don't know about.
We've been
soon.
playing like DayZ though. We finally got B Dog to hop into the DayZ thing. We've been playing with actually a pretty decent sized squad. What do we have? What, 5-6 people rocking it right now? Like
6.
Yeah, we're playing on the console. We're playing on a first person only mode, which is a lot better for that game. But we're playing on a higher loot mode, so you can stay alive a little easier than you would normally. But it's been pretty fun. We've had some pretty B Dog had a pretty fun experience actually earlier this afternoon. We got to play a little. Why don't you tell what happened when we were playing earlier?
Well, it's not my first kill, but it was a good one. It did feel good. I think it's my 6th on that server. But anyway, we're looting through. We're coming back. I think earlier someone had said they thought they heard something, but we were like kind of like playing it off. And then a little bit went by. We're coming back through the buildings, and I was like, I know I went through this building, closed this door. We all walked past this hatchback that was all beat to shit somehow. I don't know
Nobody
how we
thought about
missed that. Yeah, no, we missed that. But I'm like, I opened this door. So I'm going up and we're looking for a field jacket, which is like clearly a green strip on the ground. And I already know the layout of this building. So I'm coming up the stairs. I'm already planning on doing my normal twist up the stairs to clear it. But the second I come up, I don't see a green roll anywhere in front. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to do my twist faster than I normally would. I spin back and he's looking right at me. He's got a welder's mask on. I just see like a welder's mask in my scope. And he hits me a few times, but I'm already on his head, and I just keep walking up the stairs, and I bust him down with the Asval. And he
That
had
thing's
an
nasty.
M4. Yeah, and he had an M4, but I bust him down right in the head. I dumped a mag into him and took all of his shit. It was pretty sweet.
Yeah, I hear. Oh shit! Someone's
Spread the
here.
loot with the
Pop, pop,
boys.
pop, pop, pop. I hear him. I'm like 6 steps behind him. So by the time I was ahead of you because I went past the staircase to check the room in the back.
Yeah.
So when I was coming back towards the staircase and I see it, and you're like, "Oh shit, someone's here!" And I hear pop, 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 and I'm like, "Oh shit, is he still there?" And Corey doesn't say anything, and I'm like, "Oh no!" And I was like, "I see somebody." And he goes, "Shit, it's me! I'm still up here because I can only see like a person through the crack of like where the rails meet on the stairway, and I'm like, "Oh, this is gonna be bad." Good thing he said something because I thought he was dead. When he didn't say anything, I was like, "Shit, he got killed."
Well, the buildings are so similar to the PUBG buildings and the way they are laid out, kind of. But then I noticed in DayZ, there's a lot more doors that are blocked that you can't go through at all. So like when I was going upstairs and finishing the suite, like I killed him, I knew the door to my right was blocked, but I like kept walking down the hallway because there was a few more doors, but on the way down they were all blocked too. So like I was going through to finish the clear and sweep. I wasn't just gonna like stand there, you know.
Yeah.
And every door it ended up being a dead end, like just a stairwell, which to me is weird. I don't know why you should be able to go into every single room even if it doesn't have loot into it.
Yeah, I don't understand what I
And
don't know
make
what
it
the
so
thought
much
process-
better. I don't get that.
I don't know what the thought process on that is, but so one of the main things I like about Daisy, I mean, I enjoy about it is I like games where you can get up gear and then all of a sudden you can literally lose everything if you're not paying attention. Like it could just happen like that. You could be playing 5-6 hours, be geared up, and all of a sudden something could take you. And I like that feeling of, oh shit, I gotta start back over because it makes those interactions more intense. Like if this guy kills me, I gotta start back over from scratch.
Yeah, absolutely. It's got the same feel as Tarkov in that regard, where like your loot matters, but in DayZ it's always with you because every time you're on, anytime you can die. At least in Tarkov, it's like if I get from A to B and nothing even happened, at least I made it out with my loot. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's
And
a
you
little bit of a
bank
different
in
feel in that
Tarkov, right?
regard. You have a stash in Tarkov, but anything you take with you in raid has to come back out with you, or you have to pay money on insurance to get it back.
Oh.
If nobody else picks it up, if somebody else picks up an item that you threw down. Say you're like, hey, I want this AK. I have this Asvel. I'm gonna throw this Asvel in a bush. Take this AK. I'll make it out with the AK, and I'll get my Asvel back in insurance. If somebody else comes up and grabs that Asvel during that raid, you don't get it back like it's theirs. You know what I mean?
Oh, even
It's
if you had
only if
insurance.
nobody. It's only if nobody interacts with that item. Because
Oh.
if it like was to disappear off the raid, it'll be sent back in insurance that you paid for. But if anybody else grabs it, it's theirs. You don't
Yeah.
get it back.
Yeah, I mean and back to DayZ, the server that we're on right now is the loot is
Oh yeah,
like so like P-Dog hasn't played a
Jacked
lot
up.
of DayZ, and I have.
Barely any.
I was playing this map with him on the server that was community server that we found, and I'm like in the spawning area and I'm finding like deagles and umps, and I'm like, what is actually going on right now? It's crazy.
I remember you were like, oh, you kill somebody yet or anything like that? I was like, yeah, I grabbed a 357 at the police station and dropped the same guy twice. You're like, you got a 357, a revolver? I was like, yeah. You're like, oh,
Yeah,
I
I was like,
seen one of those. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I haven't seen like an M4 in DayZ on the console since it launched from the console. Like I got it before the game first came out. I stopped playing for a little while, and I've been playing again. I've been putting a few hours on a week, and I've still yet to see an M4 since. But we get into this server, our whole squad's got an M4. We've got I've got, how many S-Files do we have? I have one. You have one.
I had one. I threw it on the ground.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. There's so many good guns that we're throwing top tier loot just on the ground.
I'm going for personal preference at this point. I have hundreds of rounds of ammunition. I have 5 75-round drums of 7.62 by 39 for the AKM.
We're almost at the point where we got to build a base.
I have hundreds of rounds for the M4. I have
We should
9 frag grenades, a landmine. I have plate carriers, like but canned goods,
Jesus.
water, canteens. I have everything you could imagine.
We should
And
actually almost
just
come
killing
back
people.
towards the spawn area a little bit and start building a base. Is that way we can store
I just want to
stuff?
start. I want to be a little bit away from the spawn area and then just go into the spawn area and kill everybody that spawns in. That's what I want to do.
Oh, that's kind of messed
I
up.
wonder if you get banned from the server for that.
Well, we gotta
that's
look
the
up
other thing
the rules. There's gotta be rules. Yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
sure there's no spawns coming. I'm sure that'd definitely be a rule.
Yeah, 100%.
probably not. Yeah,
We
be,
learned the hard way. We didn't learn the hard way, but we learned pretty quickly that you can't wear armbands in the server
I learned that and I warned everybody. Yeah,
because it's like
I
a
didn't want
3-day
that to
ban
happen.
if you wear armbands. in
it
the server.
depends on how many. Like some people only got 4 hours, 8 hours, shit like that. But if you do it a few times, I think eventually they'll ban you forever if you just keep doing it and not not cutting the shit out.
Yeah.
They don't like that.
Besides that, though, I mean, like I said, we're having a good time.
It's fun. Yeah, I would like. I don't think I could really get too into one of the official ones where it's super slow, but the one where it's faster paced like that and you can get loot and you can survive, or you can just go straight into battle in the starting areas and like get after it. That's
See, it's a double-edged sword. So
Kinda cool.
I feel like the build-up in the original servers to where you get the loot is like super rewarding because you finally got it. But like you said, this one's more fast-paced. Like it's
yeah, and
definitely a lot more
I'm also already tied to my loot. I feel like I don't want to lose my shit because I
Yeah.
still feel like I spent a lot of time getting it.
You
I
did.
don't know.
We spent hours playing on this.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like I want to kill people and keep this going. But I get what you're saying, where you feel more vested and it's a little slower. But that at that point it becomes more of a survival and less of like a
Yeah.
competitive game, in my opinion.
What about you, Maddie? What are you? How's World of Warcraft been treating you? What are you up to now?
Almost 30.
Nice, dude.
30.
Yeah, almost 30.
What were you last
Uh,
week?
I don't know, 12, something like that. I
Not-
just
not
started.
how-
I
not
just
how
started
old
my.
you were. What level were you?
I don't know, 12, something like
Oh,
that.
okay.
I just started my mage not too long ago, and almost 30 now. I got the AOE grind down.
Down pat. Nice.
It's a fucking steep learning curve, though. I will tell you that. I must
But
have
you
died
figured
at
it out?
least 50 times. Yeah.
Making some money though.
Eh,
Yeah.
I mean, a little bit. But
start.
not. I will start, yeah. But no, it's been fun. I'm not. It's so weird playing WoW, and like since I'm taking like the AOE farm route, not
Being
doing
solo.
yeah, and not doing quests. Like your chunk of times aren't broken up from you go to this zone to this zone to this zone to this zone. I've
Just
been at the same
grinding.
farm since like level 22, and now I just went
Yeah.
a little bit south when I hit level 28 to go to the mines, and I've been there since
That's-
22 to almost 30 now. Not
Yeah, it's nuts.
done
So you
zero
don't even
quests.
quest?
It's
No,
the
I haven't-
fastest way though.
Yeah, I haven't quested at all. See, the quests give you like what 2K experience at my level. That's like
Mhm.
3 pulls for me, maybe, and that takes maybe 4 minutes for
Yeah, he
for
just
me to do 3 pulls.
mage power leveling down. People are paying hundreds and hundreds of gold on this server to have mages that are level 60 with like top tier sets to run them through dungeons. It's called boosting. A lot of people are complaining about the classic experience being busted because now that everybody's kind of 60, people are just leveling up alts and having people they know that in their guild or whatever that are level 60 all geared out. One mage goes with like 3 or 4 low guys, brings them into a dungeon, gathers everything up, kills them, they go out, reset, and they just keep doing that over and over again. So,
So
like
what you're saying?
actually have to play and level. But
What you're
mage boosting was like it was a thing back in vanilla, but now it's like min maxing with everything, and that's the meta. If you want to hit 60 as fast as possible, you frost mage, and you're gonna cruise. It's the farming class and profession type deal. Right, it's the best thing you could probably do in classic to make money and shit and level up the fastest.
So what you're saying is Maddie's gonna get me to level 60 with his mage pretty quickly when he gets 60. Is what you're saying?
He could
I could.
for sure.
Yeah, for
He
sure.
could boost the shit out of you. Yeah.
I could boost anybody's tune once I hit 60.
Mm-hmm.
Way faster.
How
than
long is
WoW.
this gonna take me?
It'll
Oh,
take
well,
a few days of constant boosting. Every time you
Yeah,
log
I'll
on,
just leave
just
my
sitting there.
thing logged in. Just you call
Yeah,
out a
but
couple
you still
days.
got-
it'll-
You're
You
gonna
still
have to
gotta
go
do
in and
shit,
out of
though.
the
Yeah, you
instances
still
and
got
shit.
loot and
Move
loot.
around.
I'll send my laptop over your house logged in. You just do both.
All right, I'll just all right. Oh shit, Don's character's dead.
And you just gotta revive me. Just make sure no
Don's
GM's
been
I'm
die.
not
dead for the last
ashamed,
7
bro.
polls.
Yeah, no, it's been fun
Interesting.
though.
That's crazy. So that's what you've been doing. What else? I know you've been playing a lot of Smite too.
Yeah, I've been
Yeah, you
playing
have.
playing that and
Yeah,
Smite.
you have.
I've been seeing you on Smite, dude.
I'm trying to I'm trying to master every god that I don't have mastered, which sometimes is fun and sometimes is really not fun at all. But when I play ranked, I usually play with gods that I know, like that I
Smart.
feel super comfortable with. But like when Mo Higgs, Keith gets on, our friend, I'll just play like 2 hours of arena with a bunch of gods that I've never played before to try to master them. But it's been
Nice.
fun. I like Smite, but yeah, you guys were talking about DayZ earlier. The reason I personally don't like DayZ is because I think I've said it in past podcasts before, but I really don't like slow paced games, and I feel like that game is just so much like what Don was saying,
for
building
sure.
up, building up, building up. And then if I die when I'm built up, I'm just gonna have no motivation to do it again. You know what I mean? Like
So
I
be
you,
like
that's
that.
what I'm trying. You might like this server that we're playing on. Then there's no slow
It's
pace.
not as fast as he's gonna
No.
like because
I cannot.
we're
No.
not
Like
in
maybe it's
combat,
just
but
me, but I cannot believe. Like I feel like I'm geared up like completely. Like I could survive forever when I leave a spawn zone. Like because that's how used to not having any of this stuff I am. I have backpacks full of food. I have an automatic weapon. I have 2 top tier power weapons, and you can get a pump or a double barrel in every single town you're in. Like,
I did download DayZ just for the record. I have not launched it.
ah, he's thinking
I
about. Look
don't-
at that face.
I don't know,
Look at
man.
that. You see that
It's just
face
so
right there?
slow place. It's
That's-
just so slow for me.
That's a face right there.
My
I'll even
question
stop-
is, how many days did you play on these official servers where you're talking about loot was so hard to come by and like
Me
loot so
or-
hard to come
me
by
or
you could
him?
ever? You. How many hours have you spent like building up just to even have like a gun that you were excited about using before you actually got to use it, like fight? Because I feel like the amount of time it takes to get anything in that game on the official servers based on the custom servers is you spend all this time and you barely even do anything. You log on just to eat food and like hide from the rain.
Yeah.
No, so
As
eh,
you
eh,
know, that's how
the initial
I understand it.
process is definitely that. Like when in the official servers, it's definitely I log on to eat food and hide from the
And
rain.
I'm not into that.
But after like I'd say actually okay, hold on, let me rephrase that. When I first started playing, that's what it was. But now I have you played the official servers with me. Look, we both spawned at the same time. I was fully looted up, ready to go thing, and I'm trying to get you fed and I'm trying to get other people fed. Like I've got it down so master. Like I know my routes now, what I'm gonna do and have enough food to start going north where it doesn't even matter. And I know I'm gonna hit here. I know some sheep spawn over there. I'm gonna hit some sheep up over there so I can cook them over here. Like I have a whole path.
I don't really
lined-
like that. I don't like that
lined
you
out
have
in
to
my
do
head.
that. I think it
And-
should be log on and battle.
Yeah,
No,
that's what I like.
and think also like I mean when you guys I had so they were at the military base or the airfield when I logged in like fresh. I was a freshie, and I got geared up, completely geared up, looted before and up to them before they even left.
You weren't completely geared up. You still needed M4. You needed all the
Oh,
fixes, but you
okay,
were
hold on.
okay to go.
By DayZ talk. I had a UMP.
He had
had-
a pistol, a
I had a
knife.
pump shotgun. I had a 1911. I had a D Eagle. I had
Garbage.
I was ready.
Absolute garbage.
I was ready for conflict if conflict found me.
I had suppressed AK, suppressed SKS,
Oh, I had a
a
suppressed,
pistol,
I had a
5,
suppressed-
6
was it
frag
SKS?
grenades, a landmine, 3 medical bags.
Every time you say landmine, I fucking die laughing.
Why, dude? You never heard of a fucking landmine before?
What do you got? Just a couple things. Got some grenades, a landmine.
But
Some
no,
ammo.
I think dum dum. I think
Landmine?
you will like these servers better.
I don't
You should
know.
play with us. It'd be fun.
I'll have to. I don't know. I don't know.
Don't
if
get
I'd
me
give
wrong.
myself
There
to
is
load
still
that game.
days where we log on, like today, where we log on, we run around, we loot, like we hear some shit, we start, I kill one person, whatever. It's not super exciting, but it's still kind of fun to like move as a team and like you're always kind of on edge. And
'Cause
I
you get
know the next
shots.
time we play, like when we play, probably after this, it's probably gonna get busy. I feel like we're moving to contact right now.
So when we were just
So-
playing, they logged in. Like I played earlier with them, and then they continued their day, and I went and did dinner, and I played a little bit before we were getting ready for the podcast.
Who's dinner?
They were gone, so we had to meet up again. They weren't super far from where I was, but
We were a little bit, yeah. We had to find Troy.
I had somebody tailing me, and I freaking off to this person. Like I had set him up with like freaking like closed door trap. Like he thought I went into a building, but I didn't. So I waited on the other side and just waited for him. But he went to the door, and I off. Like, well, I thought I killed him, but apparently I didn't kill him. But there are some heart pounding moments in this game. You hear gunshots, and you can tell they're close. Everyone stops, looks in that direction,
What's
like
that?
what's going on.
I just.
Yeah,
if,
it's fun.
I
It's not
know
like Tarkov.
how I'm gonna feel before I even play that game. Of when I'm all looted up and then I die.
Oh, it sucks, but that's the whole
Not
point
gonna
of
like
playing
that
it.
feeling. I'm definitely.
Yeah,
not gonna
I hate it too. I hate it, but I embrace
I hate it. But you know what? I'm not
It
gonna
makes
hate
me
it.
want to
as-
win.
But the whole
Ugh.
thing is, I'm not gonna hate it as much in this server because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna spawn and I'm gonna have freaking half a shit anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't think I will play official servers because I feel like that would be too much investment for a game that's just kind of like I'm not even playing on PC. I'm playing on Xbox, and I'm gonna lose 3 days worth of time. Fuck that.
The game and like any of these survival games, they're fun playing with people.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
I definitely would
absolutely,
not
yeah.
play it by myself. I could tell you that. But yeah, I might. I don't know.
I
If
would
I-
say that, but I literally played it by myself for like 6 months because nobody wanted to jump on and play with me.
Yeah, you got mental
and
problems.
be like that, yeah.
But no, like I said, I do really enjoy it. It's fun. I have a good time with it. It's a change of pace from my normal Halo grind that I usually do. So it's a slower paced, freaking good time. But no,
Yeah.
so one thing I did want to talk about last podcast, we talked about that new Pokemon game, like that open world Legends of Zelda style.
Arceus?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one. And I was like, oh, well, hopefully we can go to gyms and stuff like battle and blah blah blah. Like definitely gonna happen. Apparently, there are no gyms in the game.
That's what I said. I said it. I said I hope they don't go too open world and forget about the base Pokemon, and that's what they did. I
That
called it.
sucks.
So the reason I guess there is no, so
Bro,
Brooke reached a Brooke,
ruined.
Brooke told me that I guess this game takes place before like people
Gyms.
first got to here and they're like actually trying to build a Pokedex for them. But it sounds like there's going to be something that isn't gyms, but is similar to gyms.
Stupid.
Why it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Hey man.
I don't
Like,
understand why I couldn't just do an open world game with gyms.
Yeah.
They could. What do you mean? They can. They could.
That's what I'm
They just
saying.
chose
Yeah,
not to.
what's
But
wrong?
what
with
was
that?
the logic behind it? You're like, you know what?
That could be
people
the main
really
quest
like?
line, going through all the gyms.
You know what people like to do in Pokemon? They like to battle, get their gym badges, and go to the final bosses.
we don't
Let's
need
not
that.
do that this time.
Yeah, let's
I
try
want to
something
change
totally
it up.
different. Yeah,
Everybody, every single person that plays Pokemon wants to fill their Pokedex. Let's do that. Let's make the
Let's
game a complete
go.
grind.
You know the fucked up
A
part is I'm
lot of
still gonna
random
buy it.
encounters, a lot of random encounters, and microtransactions for best Pokeballs. Let's go.
Master Balls 2 for $12.99.
Ultra Balls, you're paying $20.99. Okay.
For a
You
10
want
pack. You get a
these?
10 pack of the
Yeah.
Ultra Balls.
Yeah, you
10
get
pack,
them. You can.
$20.99.
There's still 96 Pokemon that you can catch 1.396% of the time. So you can buy as many as you want, buddy.
Oh,
That's
man.
exactly what it's gonna be.
But isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
I-
it is
dude,
crazy. It sounds
I
like
think-
a FIFA Ultimate Team 101. They're just gonna bamboozle people.
Why
They're
they do
setting it
this
up so
one?
they can just because they want money. That's exactly
I
why.
mean, we could still look forward to Pokemon Snap. That game's still gonna be dope.
I'm still
That's
looking
gonna
forward
be
to Pokemon
dope.
Snap.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that's
one's
gonna
gonna
be-
be.
And maybe, like I said, maybe they'll come out and be like, oh, we're not doing gyms, but we're doing arenas or something. I don't know. But
Even if they had like a progression of tiers harder, like you know how like when you're playing regular Pokemon, you walk past some Pokemon trainers and they'll fight you.
yeah,
Yeah.
Even if they had like a progressively harder through different zone thing like that, that would be okay at least something like that. But if you're just running
I'm
around,
with the if
yee,
I know
yee,
we live
What the
apparently at
hell?
a time when something like let's charge people to buy this. They like this, but let's not put that in. Let's do the opposite.
It's because they went a whole nother direction and they just like I think they went too far.
But
another
why
direction if
go
they
in
did
that direction?
I don't know,
Because
you want
they
me to- hold on, let me
crazy.
call
They
him
want the
right now.
money.
Let me-
Yeah, call them, dude. You can use the Raid Shadow Legends money that we've gotten. Use your contacts.
I'm
And let's find out.
definitely- I don't have any race shadow. You didn't send me the check for that one.
Oh, I did. Checks in the
No,
mail.
we didn't get that yet.
Alright.
Yeah, we didn't
Checks
get
in the
that.
checks in the mail, guys.
Speaking of
Um,
Pokemon, do you want me to?
I was gonna
talk
say, yeah,
about,
there you go. I was gonna segue.
about the Pokemon cards.
Yes.
Did you get them?
Yes and no.
Let's see them.
Don't have them.
Oh,
He
So-
ordered them, is what he's saying.
I ordered them. Yeah, I paid slightly above market sale retail price for one of the boxes, and I pre-ordered the new box coming out, Sword and Shield 5. So I have 2 boxes coming, and I have 2
boxes.
Yeah, so I have 74 packs total coming.
So, do you want to
Whoa,
tell the
that's
people
sick.
what we're doing?
Yeah, we're going to open them. I don't know if we're doing it through Zoom or we're going to record it in person or what we're going to do, but we're going to open them and we're going to start a little collection.
And if we get any really valuable ones, we're gonna sell that one.
Of course.
Yeah. If I pull like a Charizard VMAX out of like a Shining Fates. or
So yeah,
something,
so he was talking about. I was like, all right, if we get a rare one, and because I know people are freaking out over it, if we're gonna sell it, we'll go halves here. So I was like, I told him a price, and he was like, all right. So I gave him a price. He's like, we'll go halves up to that amount. And then next day, I'll get a text. Well, we're over that amount, but you don't have to pay me. And I was like, okay, I'll cover that. Like that's fine.
I
And he
went
texts me
slightly over
again,
his
and he goes,
max
"Well,
amount.
now we're even over that amount." And I was like, "Are you okay? Okay, this I'll cover up to that, but I'm done." Like, uh,
So the reason I said yes and no when you asked if I got Pokemon cards is because I've went to, not even kidding, at least 10 or 11 different stores. Every single one has 0 Pokemon packs, and they all have signs that say limit 1 per customer for all Pokemon trading cards.
tell him about
It's
the
that-
place that you went to,
Oh yeah, and
like price gouging.
the mall down a little ways from me, Toy Vault. I mean, they have a store called Toy Vault. They sell like old toys, cards,
It's a lot of cool collectibles.
Yeah,
like
bunch of cool stuff, action figures and
I've
shit.
spent some money in that store.
Yeah, so dude, the Shining Fates box that came out in February, market sale, $50. You can get it from like Walmart, Target, wherever, Amazon, shit like that. They're selling it for $130 for that box. So that's almost 300% markup. A single pack of Pokemon cards at that shop was $11.99 for 1 pack of cards.
Whoa.
I said, "Are you guys you?"
He said,
Oh
"Are you
my
guys
God.
kidding me?" And then he broke his credit card out and he bought the
People
whole
bought
store.
them. Yeah, a bunch of
I
people
was like,
bought
"I'll
'em, I
take
bet.
them all, thank you."
You bought them all?
No, absolutely
Oh, I was
not.
gonna say, dude.
What happened is I
come on.
left that place, went and got pizza, and drove home. I said, "No
Nice.
way, I'm paying $12
I need to
back
eat. Yeah,
for cards."
that's ridiculous.
So yeah,
It's
so
that
we're
bad
gonna.
though. Like,
So one of the
insane.
things is when we get all these Pokemon cards in, we're gonna figure out we're gonna open them. If B Dog wants to be a part of like there with his reaction when we're opening them, even though we're not gonna know what we're looking at besides Pokemon cards.
Yeah, this will be
Well-
cool. Though. I'll do it.
We'll record it and then we'll do it live there. So what I'm thinking is I'll have Dum Dum over my place. We'll set up a table back here on the other side, and then we'll Zoom call with B Dog in there with the camera looking down on it, and we'll go with that.
Yeah, I think it'll be
Sounds
fun
cool.
though. It seems like a lot of fun. I need to really stop looking at Pokemon cards though, because I keep wanting to buy them.
And apparently that's what the kids are into now is Pokemon cards. So we're gonna be doing that live.
Yeah,
Whenever
Yeah.
they want.
Yeah, they
it's
can come watch us.
definitely-
We'll make our thumbnail something like, "Oh my God, could you imagine?" And we're all like yeah, like that, yeah.
Yeah. We'll just refer back to this podcast and clip that right
Yeah,
there.
we'll clip exactly what we just had. That is exactly what it's gonna
Every
be.
time with
we'll put, like-
different overlays.
Yeah, and we'll be like a Pokemon card, like whatever. I'll find whatever rare Pokemon card
Yep,
everyone's
yep.
trying to get right now, and I'll blur it out so it looks like
like
that.
a big question mark on it.
Yeah.
Like, no way. First pack question mark? Yeah.
Next thing you know, we got 200,000 views, and then we got 1,200,000 dislikes because
Yep. Yeah, pretty much. No, it should be fun though. I just really can't believe that the state of Pokemon card trading game is in
Yeah,
this bad.
Dum Dum got me pretty upset too with this whole Pokemon card thing.
You tell him why. I'm not telling him. You're the dumbass.
So,
What happened?
like everybody, us
Donnie gave
generation,
away a
we
brand
collected
new-
Pokemon cards, right? Corey,
Mm-hmm.
I had more Pokemon cards than like my brother did, but I had a good amount. But I had a Charizard.
You're older than me. It's not fair.
Yeah, I had a Charizard. 100% had a Charizard.
Holographic.
Corey remembers seeing it.
Yep.
It was a first edition Charizard holographic.
Yeah, we got it out of a pack.
No, I traded for that one. I traded my first edition Blastoise and
No, we
Venusaur
got
for that.
Venusaur.
Yes, out of a pack.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
traded that to Megan Creatoro
Yeah, oh yeah, you did.
for a Charizard.
Yeah,
I'll
you
never
did.
forget that. Hey Matt, tell my brother how much that card's worth now.
So I was talking to Donnie on the phone. I'm like, because we were talking about the Pokemon cards. He's like, yeah, I traded it away. I'm like, no, you didn't. He's like, yeah, first.
No,
edition
I didn't
Charizard."
trade it away. I gave it away.
Oh, gave it away to his cousin's nephew's kid's dog or some shit like that. But I was like, no, you didn't. I said, he said, yeah, it was a first edition Charizard Holo. I sent him a picture of the card because I knew what he was talking about. He's like, yeah,
I,
it was that-
I described it to you.
I can
as you were
picture
looking
it. I can
Yeah,
see the
at it.
card.
It's Charizard going.
I said,
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I said, do you want to know how much that card's worth? He's like, not really. I said, 50K. You just gave away 50K.
Was it worth it?
Yeah,
I
100% it's worth
So
50K.
not to get like
No,
personal
no.
here, but my dad
Was
has a
it
bunch
worth
of.
the trading it? What you got for it? Was it
I
worth
gave
it?
no.
He gave
so
it away, yeah.
I gave it away. So my dad has a bigger extended family that we don't see very often, and one of them had kids that we randomly remember those kids that came over. Or like you were still home. Like I was like 18, and they were a little younger than you at the time, and they're like, we're really into Pokemon. I gave them my binder of Pokemon cards because I was like, I don't need these anymore. What am I gonna do with these? So
I don't remember that at all.
yeah, well, I can't even think of her name.
You pretty much gave those kids a Tesla. Not even joking.
I wonder what they did with them. Cut it up and turn it into like confetti.
I don't know.
Mm.
But the really
Sounds
sad
so
thing about it
funny.
is the only 2 cards I was missing to complete the collection was Venusaur and Blastoise because I traded them away.
Mhm.
If you have all 3 of those, you can get some money, especially if they're in mint condition.
Because I
They
I
were
know for
clean cards.
yeah,
for
oh
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, they
That's
were in
so
sleeves.
sad, man. People
Yeah,
literally
it's-
pay $50K for that card.
Oh, what are you gonna do?
That's
you
so
know,
dumb.
you can't cry over spilt milk. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Am I
I
right?
feel that. Yeah, that's bygones be bygones. Fuck it.
There's a
Stuff
guy with
sucks.
a first edition
Are you
Charizard.
looking at Pokemon cards right now?
No. I watched a video earlier. This guy with a first edition Charizard signed by like the maker of Pokemon, and it's like 1 out of 3 in the world, and it's worth $1 million.
Jeez,
I was like, "Are you kidding me? $1 million for a Pokemon card?
that is upsetting.
That's ridiculous." But yeah, so I think it'll be fun either way, though.
So I started I've already seen the whole series entire. It's actually one of my favorite series of all time. But my wife has never seen it, so we started watching it actually today. We watched the first episode today, right before I came downstairs actually start playing DayZ before we started the podcast. It's an FX series called Justified. Fantastic series. If you've never scored, I know B Dog's seen I think the first couple seasons of it.
I've seen a little bit of it for sure.
It's a great series, and I recommend it. He's a cop. He's a marshal, and it takes place.
He's a U.S.
in-
Marshal.
Yeah, it takes place in Kansas. No, Kentucky. It takes place in Kentucky, and it's really good. Like the series is good. The first episode's it's an intro episode, but she likes it already, so we're gonna watch that in its entirety. But so I recommend anybody that hasn't seen Justified, if you're into a good action TV show with a decent storyline, it's a cop TV show, but the baseline is he's a state marshal. He's kind of like old school, almost like cowboyish, I guess you could say, in the fact of how he does things. Like he's like the show
Vigilante
starts
almost.
like vigilante. Like the first, he runs into a guy. The show starts with he's sitting at like a lunch with this guy, and he goes, "It's like I told you had 24 hours to get out of here. Like you had 24 hours, and if not, I was gonna kill you." And the guy goes, "Yeah, like, you're a cop. You're not just gonna kill me." And he goes, "Yeah." He's like, I said what I said. And the guy's like, "Bullshit." So he's like, "You got 10." He goes, "You got 10 seconds." He goes, 9. And then he stops counting. And the guy looks at him like, and the guy draws on him, but then he just freaking draws on him quicker. Like
He's a quick shot. Yeah.
He's a quick shot. He's like a quick draw. He's almost like a Doc Holliday style
Type of deal. Yeah.
type of deal. And it's a good show. I recommend it. If you haven't seen it, you got Hulu. It's on Hulu.
Oh, that's what I was gonna ask if it's on Hulu, because I've been
It's
watching
on
a
Hulu.
lot
It's
of
an
Hulu.
FX series. It's probably, and I loved Sons of Anarchy. I loved Rescue Me, and I watched Nip Tuck. I watched a lot of the older FX shows. It's the best one, in my opinion.
That's sick. Yeah, I definitely need something new to watch on.
Check
Hulu,
it
'cause
out.
I just been watching How I Met Your Mother and Family Guy, and I've seen all those
Check
multiple
Justified
times.
out. I'm telling you, check it out.
for sure. I want to watch NCIS because Russell told me that was good. Because I like Law
It's
and Order.
okay.
I like Law and Order SVU, but he said, "Oh, dude, NCIS is way better." But I can't find it on like Amazon Prime, Hulu, or Netflix. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
No,
But,
I'd say
yeah.
definitely check it out.
For sure, for sure.
Oh, B-Dog's. He's distracted.
I'm good. I'm listening. Did you know? Like we're talking about cards and all that. I remember watching. It was a YouTube video or something about how Panini, the company, the Italian company, they were like, just making it. They were like kind of small time, and then they came out with a World Cup happened or something, and they came out with trading cards in the boxes for all the World Cup players, and they became collectible cards, and then they did it again for the next one, and like how they pretty much created the entire soccer trading card thing.
Oh,
Like
What?
they pretty much made it. So now I was just thinking about it off the top of my head while you guys were talking, and I looked up Robert Lewandowski on eBay for his trading cards. Panini makes trading cards, obviously, like I was saying. Topps makes them. Select makes them. They have some cards that are inlaid with their jerseys, like a square of their jersey that are
I
autographed.
have some baseball
like
cards
that.
like that.
But if you look at the Panini ones, like this 2020 Immaculate Soccer Modern, it's an autographed Panini Lewandowski. It's worth $250 right now, and that's from last year.
That's crazy.
That's pretty sick.
Like if you were to have a super like your favorite fan, you could go through and collect all of his paninis, and eventually, they're only gonna be worth more money if you
Yeah, it's like
if you
any
were into that
cards.
type of deal. Like this Lewandowski card, check this one out. Are you on eBay right now? Check out the
Hold on, let me do a screen
um,
skirt. Hold on.
Can I put it in Discord for you?
eBay?
Yeah. If I put it in Discord, you wouldn't get it, would you?
No, 'cause I have it closed right now.
It's the 2016-17 Panini Don Russ.
Hold on. What am I looking for?
Just type in swirl Orama, all one word.
Oh,
Robert
Rama?
Lewandowski. Yeah. Robert Lewandowski.
Spell Lewandowski.
Lewandowski.
This one right here. It's $200
Yeah,
one.
that's one I saw. Yeah, it's in like envelope.
That's
But
crazy.
then they have some of his other Panini cards too.
That's insane.
nuts. So you said Panini started making them? Are they like card makers or?
They now every World Cup, or I don't know why, because this one he's in his Bayern jersey. I don't know what the deal is with that. Maybe they do them all the time now. It could be a thing, but I remember watching a documentary about how they like kind of started the collectible soccer trading card game. It was like a business move, and it ended up because people were just buying boxes out to get the cards, like you're saying. Like I buy a box here, a box there.
It's funny
People
that because they were talking about this too. Look,
Panini.
I saw this topic the other day. Tom Brady rookie card sells for $1.32 million.
I have that Derek Jeter rookie card still.
Yeah, it's in your room at mom and dad's house.
Bro, it's probably worth some money.
It's a 94 Topps card. Look it up.
94 Topps Derek Jeter rookie card.
Or 93 Topps.
Derek J, what's up, Derek J?
Might be 93 Topps.
It's this one right here.
Yep, it's that one. What year is
$800.
it? Are you serious? We're $800 right now?
Yeah,
That's
dude.
Almost 3 Nintendo Switches.
That's the card, dude. Mine
That
looks
one
good,
looks
too.
scratched.
And that one's scratched up.
I have that card.
Well, you just made at least $800.
Or dad threw it away.
No, we would not. I'll ask him tomorrow. I'm literally gonna ask him tomorrow where it is. I want to see it. That's gonna be a Bronco down payment.
Hell
That's
yeah.
awesome. Oh,
That's
so
gonna go right
we
to
haven't
the
really,
Bronco.
we've covered all the topics here. Now, if we start talking about Dungeons and Dragons, we're really getting around like the nerd vomit.
Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah,
Let's
type it in.
go.
Let's go. I've never
What are we
played
talking
Dungeons
about
and
it?
Dragons.
What are we
I
talking
wish
about it?
I wish we could get like a Dungeons and Dragons night together. You know what I was almost thinking?
Don't
People
you
do
have
it
to pay
online.
for those?
We could do it online. We could set it up.
People do it all the time. I know people that do it.
I could set up the table.
And you get a roll 20. Everybody can see it. It's like all in the thing.
Yeah.
It's all like built into the deal. It's cool.
So we used to play a lot of Dungeons and Dragons back in the day, but we were pretty young. We were like, I don't know how
I was like, pretty young, middle school, even before then, maybe.
Yeah, I think it was even before that because I want to say I was like 12, 13.
Yeah, it was pretty young.
But we didn't fully understand the game of Dungeons and Dragons, so we actually came up with our own watered down,
easy system. Yeah,
like a watered down version of Dungeons and Dragons, and it worked fine.
Mhm.
It was great.
Yeah, I prefer the way it is actually played now, but
I'm saying for the time,
simplified. Yeah, it was great.
I literally have zero idea how to play dungeon. Don't you have to have a dungeon master that comes up with all the rules or something?
Yeah, he doesn't come up with the rules.
The rules are set for you. The dungeon master sets the world and the quests and the interactions and
that was
the
usually my
traps
job
and everything.
But
he builds the world.
How do
the rules are set for the dungeon master? You don't win. It's an epic quest. It's an epic quest.
It's a quest. Okay.
The journey. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I
mean, you can stop whenever you want.
Before I played with brought the game to us, like my brother and our neighbors to play, and like whoever was over our house at the time, I used to play over my friend's house, and we would play like 2 day. We'd have 2 day events. Like we would start playing like on a Friday night after school at like 7 o'clock at night and play till like 1 o'clock in the morning. I'd sleep over, and then later on that day we'd start again because her stepfather was
huge into it.
huge into it. He was in the
Yeah.
Navy, and he said that's all they do on the ship is play Dungeons and Dragons.
That's cool.
And
Oh, dude, it was cool. He was a really good dungeon master.
he was a band. That's
Because
how
I played with him
learned.
at one time. Remember? I played with
Yes,
him one time.
yes.
Yeah, I was
He
pretty
was
young
into-
too. I
his
barely
name,
remember
his guy's
that.
name was Billy Badass.
Yep, he was Billy Bass. He came down like he almost like described himself as looking like Thor from like the 90s
yeah.
Marvel
Yes.
comics. He's like, yeah, he comes down, he's looking like that, but he just had like his actual presence in the room while you're looking at him, like describing this world. He was the
Into
best.
it.
His quests were super cool. They were intricate, and like every time you said something like, "Oh, I'm gonna do this," he always was super witty with. He already thought the scenario out and like what you're gonna do and what
And like
this
he
guy's
said, that
gonna
was
do. It
literally
was
all
crazy.
they did.
Yeah,
all they
he
did.
was so good at it, dude.
And he
And
would
that
say
from
that
that moment on, super into it. It
he
was
said
so cool.
his dungeon master was even better than he was when he was
That,
on the
which is
boat.
unbelievable because he was killer.
He
He was really good, dude.
he
was
sold
so
that
good.
world so well.
It was awesome, and he just everything like it was witty and everything you said. Like, oh well, I'm gonna flip the boat over, and then no, yeah, but this is happening. You know, like he's immediately on top of, and you're like, oh,
He like thought about it. You
yeah,
can tell
God
he played.
damn it,
He didn't
yeah,
probably.
he's been in that.
You know what it is? He is a good dungeon
Yeah.
master because he loves playing Dungeons and Dragons, and if his dungeon master was that good, he probably experienced everything from him.
Oh, absolutely.
And he was like,
yeah.
all right, so I've always got to be ready for this to happen.
Yeah,
Dungeons and
he
Dragons
was
is a
good.
great game if you're into the fantasy. Like
It's a great mind game, yeah.
It is. And if you have a little bit of an imagination and you can put yourself into it and you have a group of people all feed into it, it's fantastic. It really is a fantastic game.
How many people do you need to play?
You could play with as little as 3 and as many as you want.
Yeah, exactly.
You can play with an army of people if you really wanted to. It'd be hard to manage.
The more people
you can have like
the longer
7 people, 8 people, 9 people, but it's a blast.
When
That's
we
so much
played,
fun.
when Corey came over Megan's house to play, it was, he was the dungeon master. So then it was,
Yeah.
they had 2 of their friends over, her mother, her and her sister, her younger brother, me and Corey.
Yep.
So yeah, we had 9 people playing.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people.
It was
And
fun.
he nailed it. And
That's
his best thing is he knew like everybody. He kind of knew how everybody's personality was too, so he knew how people were going to react to things, and he knew how to like kind of mold people. It was good. It's part of the thing too. You got to know the room.
I'd give it
It was cool.
I'd play it if I was playing with people who aren't taking it as a joke. You know what I mean? I don't want to play.
I would play for real.
I'd play for real. If
that's
I
what-
can figure out how to get it so we can play online and actually have like a thing set up, I'll do it.
You could definitely do it. Though. I could send you a link. I know people that do it right now. People that play it right now. I don't know like what the current rules. I have a 2-year-old rule book that I just happened to buy, but we could play online for sure.
I was
We
just
gotta
going to
get
say,
to
so
a roll 20. Yeah.
all of our Dungeons and Dragon stuff is in that box back there.
I have the newer shit.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I still have all that. Like that,
That's sick.
I
don't want to. When we play again, though, I don't want to retain any of like the old shit. You know, like my guy was way too powerful. If we're gonna start playing again with Matt and somebody else and somebody, maybe like a couple people, if we're gonna.
Well, I'm going to
with.
retain. If I'm going to be Dungeon Master, I'm going to retain my character.
Well, that's the other thing. I don't think you should have to be the dungeon master all the time. It should be like a rotating type deal. That'd be kind of fun for people to come up with quests.
I'm okay with that, but I'm really connected to that character.
I know. I feel that. I don't want to get rid of mine either, but it's all good.
I mean,
Serious.
I'm not going to force you to. I'm not going to force you to keep your character, but I don't think I could not keep my character.
Yeah, but that doesn't feel fair to the people
what
that are
is
just
that? What
starting.
do you
Like, what are we
mean?
gonna do?
Like,
what are we gonna do?
This is what I'll do. I'll start a new character and level up with you guys to the point where you get. Well, I mean, you guys aren't going to get to that level for a long time.
No,
because my
And,
character was
there's
like.
well, there's a point where I'm at, and people have to get there, and then there's a point where you're at because you've been playing even longer than I have.
Yeah, like my guy is like. I started off as a warrior, but like I've leveled up so many times that I've actually multi-classed. I don't know how many times.
Yeah, I
Is
can
this
kill
imaginary?
anybody. No, well, yeah, it is. It's like
Well,
it's
how do you level? How do you level up a character? Like,
you
what
get
is it?
you get
It's
experience.
based on
for-
experience, based on quests you've done and what you've contributed to the team and like what you've done,
The
what
dungeon master
experience
tells
you
you.
went through on your path.
So your dungeon
He
master
goes off. Your dungeon master is everything.
grade you almost. He's almost like a teacher.
Yeah,
You get a grade, and off that you get this much experience, and
but
it tells
based on
you
your
like, you need
character and
this
like
much
what you're
experience.
doing,
You need this much experience
based
to
on
level
how
up.
you're going, yeah.
I'm like
I'm
multi-tiered.
so
Like
lost.
I
I'm
start
so
off as a
lost.
warrior. I then I went to like a wizard. I went to like a warlock, and then I went with a hunter after, like a ranger. I was probably playing a ranger.
Are
Like
you just naming off every class in WoW?
No, he multi-class for these. Every 10 levels, you can multi-class with our class instead of like going deeper into your own tree, but you can learn more base skills.
I'll watch some videos on it, but I
But everybody
didn't
plays
know
it
there
different.
was like
That's the
a
crazy
set. Like I thought this was just like every time you play, it's like a super made up thing. I didn't know it was like
No.
a set thing. Like
Your
you have
character
Keep your
is-
character.
and your
character
character
is
can
that.
die,
everything.
and your character can
If your
die.
character dies, it's done forever unless somebody
Unless
resurrects
you-
you or saves you or does something.
Yes, which
like
I
you got to
adds
roll over a
when-
12. Yeet.
Oh no, like it's serious.
20.
Like I at their house, I witnessed somebody who he was in the Navy with character die after 25 years of having the same character. And Mark, her stepdad, was like, dude, you don't have a resurrection. Like, and you didn't do any of this. Like, you're dead. And he was like, unless somebody can get your body out of there and none of your teammates are near you and they're clearly you were the strongest one, they're not going in there to save you. Like, you are
You're
dead.
fucked. Yeah.
How
you
did he
fucked up.
react?
He left.
Not
He
well.
got up and left the house. And when I was still talking to her years later, I'd ask him, be like, "Hey, have you heard from?" I can't remember what his name was now for the life. of me.
Never spoke to him again.
Never talked to him again after.
So he died because of his own doing, I assume.
Yeah,
or-
he
Yeah,
walked
well-
into something and he's like, "Oh well, I'm revived or whatever." And nope.
And so he got
He-
mad at the,
he-
the dungeon master.
he
I
went,
assume.
like,
Donnie
went
can
on
be
his
like
own-
that too, though.
He went on his own personal quest in the middle of a quest to get to do something for himself.
Personal gain.
And Mark was telling him like, you should not do that. Like, you're still like, even though where you are, you know, you need a party to go take out whatever creature this is. It was some creature that he brought into his game from his dungeon master's game that I guess was like some mecha
Super creature.
I can't
Yeah.
remember what it was. He's
Raid
like,
boss,
"You-
yeah.
He's like, like for sure you need a team to do this. You're not gonna do it. He's like, I can. I did it back in 94 or something. And he was like, yeah, but and like they're arguing at the table. It's like, dude, remember you rolled like 3 20s in a row? It's not gonna happen again. Like, you're not gonna be able to do this. And he goes in there, and I'll never forget his face. His first roll was like a 3. And he
He's
was
like,
like, oh shit.
"Oh no, I'm
'Cause-
already frozen."
Because
Oh,
they were
no.
just going
Yeah.
back and forth because we were letting them do their thing. Like, we were kind of taking like a break too, letting them do their thing because this is like 5 hours into like our journey. And he dies, and I swear to you, Matt, they argued for a little while, like how he's gonna get back, and he's like, face it, you're dead, you're done, you screwed up. I warned you like so many times not to do this. Got up, left the house, and they had it like as of
Ed Daddy's like, I'm done. I
Yeah,
don't.
oh yeah, dude, it's that real though, because you like when you literally, because like a lot of this is done on like you get a sheet, like you print out a piece of paper and you literally
Yep.
fill out your stuff and you add like you keep a piece of white paper with you for throughout your current match or game, what you gain and what you lose because you use stuff too. Obviously, like everything's keeping track of, your money's keeping track. It's all on the sheet, and when you've had that for
Yeah.
I mean, this guy
25
had
years?
for how many years? But I mean, I had it for a couple years, and like I almost lost my guy at one point. I'm like losing my mind. You know what I mean? Like it's
Wow.
like even though it's totally
You're
fake, this group we all know that this guy has done these things, and like it just
yeah, because
it's so
that
much
was my whole-
fun with the
'cause
community.
I was usually DM back then, and I learned from Mark, like, you need to build this world. So even when you're not doing this quest or going to this city, people are still talking about events that happened in this city or events that happened over here or like stuff like that happened. So like you're almost invested into the game of Dungeons and Dragons. Like,
It seems like it. It seems like what you guys are describing. It's like a character that you get like
you
super
put your
invested too.
persona onto this character.
You
Yeah,
become
like-
your character, and you can either follow the guidelines that D&D sets out for you, like warrior or human or like chaotic, because they go into like alignment to like chaotic,
Oh, yeah.
evil, or neutral or
And
whatever.
you need to stay with that, or
And-
you get changed. Like
or you
did-
start
like, and then
changing your ways, and yeah, you have to play into that. But
and like there
I'm
are
just saying, like,
armors and weapons
you
that you
can
can
tune
only
it-
use if you're neutral, or if you're good or bad. Like there's stuff like that. Like, and if you don't, like, you get good bad stuff, and you start doing good things, you can't wear your armor anymore.
mhm.
Wow. There's reputation in that game too, huh?
Almost, yeah, for sure.
Holy
Yeah,
dude,
no,
that's
so dude,
nuts.
there's literally everything you can think of, but it's
I-
it's cool because it's like what your DM, the energy your DM's putting out, and the quests he's thought of, and like all this stuff, and then the energy and the minds of the players that you're playing with coming in to make, because nobody wants it to suck, right? So it's not going to be
Yeah,
like
for sure.
a grind, but it's always going to kind of be fun and interesting. Everybody's got to either work together, or sometimes somebody betrays somebody else in the fucking group.
Oh,
and
it
they're like,
happens.
oh shit! It happens with people you wouldn't
people that
fucking
you-
expect, and that's the thing. Yeah.
The people that
you
you're
wouldn't
like-
think fucking stab you in the back, and you're like,
To better
Oh.
themselves.
oh, that, like, a lot of that type of shit
I
happens.
feel like that would
Yeah.
ruin friendship.
Oh,
Yeah, but the true people come out, but the cool thing is, at the end of the day, it's just a game. You'd be like, all right, like, fuck you, but cool.
Call you at 3 a.m. Hey, remember your
Yeah.
warden? Fuck you. Hang up.
yeah.
Yeah,
okay, so
yeah,
I'm
it gets
thinking
beefy.
my world, the best 3 armor sets for good, evil, and neutral were, I believe, was angel and demonic for good and evil. I think I called neutral. I think neutral was hero armor. I think it's called the hero's armor, or armor
Yeah,
of the
It
hero.
was heroes. Yeah, you called it
Yeah.
heroes,
Yeah.
So all right.
but you
There
gave
has
the
to
DM heroes,
be-
so nobody could be the neutral god besides you.
Only reason I did that is because I actually carried heroes, because I think that's what Mark did, and I was close to getting heroes armor in his.
Well, I'm just saying you carried that, so it was like wasn't an option. You either had to pick the good or pick the evil, because neutral god was taken.
I could have got. I mean, at that point, if you guys really wanted heroes armor, I could have dropped it, because I mean, I was the DM. I always played DM. I could have.
Yeah, you can win. Yeah, you do it.
So-
And that's the whole thing. When you're playing Dungeon Master, you're pretty much
Low interfere. That's how much do you want to interfere?
exactly.
Do you want to be a god in the game?
You
sense,
are a
or do
god,
you want to
essentially.
be.
You essentially
Yeah.
are a god.
You show up like Zeus and be like, oh, you guys are struggling with this. How pathetic. And it's like dead, and then you take off, and then, or you can like show up and be like, here's a healing potion. Use it wisely, my young one.
And that's the thing too. Like, that's one of
blast
the things I
off.
would
You know
do.
what I mean? You
Like,
could do either anything you want. It's so
I would
cool.
give people like side quests, and I'd be like, "Oh, you get a favor from me down the road."
He would do a lot of whispers. Don was a whisper GM where like everybody's on the same quest. Yeah, we're going to kill the dwarfs in Elbendor or whatever. And then he goes, if you slay 6 of the red robe, I will give you immortality for 3 days. Then he'd like back away. And everybody else is like looking at you, and you're like, we're slaying the dwarves in Elbendor. Like,
I would do that just to kind of give people like that chance of, because I don't want to see somebody lose their character, but there would sometimes that our buddy Ryan,
Ryan
Ryan
would get ballsy.
would do dumb shit.
He got a little ballsy. Yeah, I won't say dumb, but he got a little ballsy. He might watch this. You never know. He got a little ballsy.
Oh my god!
So
But
do
no,
people, like, from what you guys are describing? So like, there obviously can be a lot of dungeon masters. Obviously, do people?
every time you play, you can have a new dungeon master.
Yeah, but do like people pay to go to like some dungeon master
I'm
that's like
sure.
super reputable in the world? You know?
Oh,
what I mean? Like,
I've heard of that.
I'm
yes,
sure,
there's like
yeah.
top
People
tier
make
dungeon
game
masters, and you can go and
quests.
play a game with them.
that's what
People
I mean.
make quests for D&D.
From what I understand,
like,
they
put in
ask
their
you to
game.
send them your character information up ahead of time, kind of a little bio of how you are as a person, like so they can kind of like get an idea of you.
Build it to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So once a month we're having Dungeon and Dragons night at your house. Cool.
Don't even tell me that.
I mean, I would do it. I really would do.
We're-
Me,
yeah,
I
we're
could probably
down.
get Holly in on it too. We could all
Well,
play
I-
D&D.
Once a
For
month,
sure.
bro. We should do it.
That would be
It'd be
sick,
really
right?
fun.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it would be really
I'm
fun.
gonna watch a lot of YouTube videos, so I kind of understand.
But I'm just letting you know ahead of time. Everybody plays totally different, so we could like what you watch could be even more in
No,
depth.
no,
or
I just
less
want to know like
in-depth.
the
You're gonna
like,
learn
the basics.
base. Yeah.
in the first couple times we play. It's gonna be fun and blah blah. Blah. But the 6th, 7th time, you're gonna start learning shit about people that you're like, oh,
This is what you do.
okay.
It's a people game. It's like learning people. It's like, yeah, it's
Okay.
definitely, yeah, it's
And you
Yeah,
can
sounds fun.
actually
Sense.
you can buy Dungeons and Dragons books that actually have quests in them.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
your
There
dungeon
always the
master doesn't have
expansions.
to like do it. Like it's straightforward. Like this is a quest from
What's
them.
the current rule set out right now?
I don't know. Let's find
I'm
out.
looking it up.
I thought you were trolling when you said, "Oh, let's all be nerds and like play Dungeons and Dragons." I
Oh,
never
dude,
played.
I would.
It's fun though.
I'd play the shit out of it. Current edition is
Am I missing dungeon books? Where to start, maybe? Weapons and Warriors.
5th edition.
Ascension
Starter
kit?
set. There's
The
the starter
Ascent-
set right here. 64-page adventure book with every dungeon master needs to get started. 32-page rule book for player characters 1 to 5. 5 pre-generated characters with character sheets, which you don't have to use that obviously generated. And then 6
Oh, the
says-
other cool thing, Matt, is like there's like subclasses and stuff too. So say you were like, I want to be a ranger, okay, and then you cross train as an assassin. Okay, cool. But once you get that double combo, so say if you want like ranger and mage, you would have been something else.
There's a Rick and
If you
Morty
went-
one.
But if you went ranger and assassin, that's kind of cool. If you want ranger and assassin, it'll tree up, and then like you can go to like a death knight, who's somebody who's like a necromancer,
Oh,
assassin
okay.
god.
If we're gonna do
There's like
this,
so much. There's so many different things you can be. Like you'd be a like anything you can literally think of in the fantasy world. If the DM has it in his rule set, or like makes an exception and includes everybody in, like, hey, he wants to play as a werewolf. These are going to be his abilities. This is going to be like his negatives. This is going to be what he can't wear shoes or armor or anything because he's a werewolf, so he's not going to get. You know, they can do. You can do anything you want within
Yeah.
the world as well to tailor it to your game. It's
Exactly.
not like you can only have 3 mana. You know what I mean? It's not like WoW where it's like a dead set of rules. It's
Yep.
everybody's
'cause
imagination
so
playing into it.
You take the core rules. You
Yep.
take these core
And you
rules and you just
play with them.
you morph them to what your needs are.
For the most part.
So if we're gonna do this, and I'm serious, if you guys are seriously gonna do this, I'm gonna make everyone that's
Oh,
gonna
I
play. I want them to
absolutely
buy. I want them to buy a player's book and read
Everybody
up
has
on
to
the rules.
have one for sure. Yeah. I think I have it.
$50.
Oh,
It's a
they ain't
hardcover
cheap.
book.
Yeah,
$50.
they're nice, though. They're nice.
You
I'll see if I have the newest one. I think I do.
I think you did because
How
this was
old
from
is it?
2014.
Yeah, I have it for
Click
sure.
on the
I bought it
Amazon
when I
link.
was in the army.
Please.
Yep, I see it right there. The guy with the big like elf on it with the
Is it the starter
gnome
set?
guy.
Player's
I
handbook.
might have it right over here actually.
Do they have it? How much is
Oh,
it?
it's $32 right now.
Oh, you can
not too
rent it for
bad.
27. That makes perfect sense. Fucking-
Oh, I can get the.
No, it
All
might
right.
be too big to fit down there.
And
I know
need
I
the
got
ma-
it
I'll get
So,
the DM
can-
book.
Can we play with B Dog?
Yeah, there's like programs I'm
What
pretty
do you
sure you can
mean?
use online.
I mean, like, because you're
Oh
not.
yeah, I don't have to be there.
physical.
What I was saying is, like Holly has friends that play, and they play. They all get into a Zoom call like this, where it's
Oh,
and
okay,
vi-
okay.
And I can put the
it's
Zoom
like
on
a
the big
table
screen.
type deal. Yeah, there's like a table type deal, and then there's like a 20, different dice that everybody can see it, and he rolls because every time you try to do an action, it's rolled again, just like in WoW. Like, do I hit
Yeah,
RNG?
yeah.
So you have a 20 die for the most basic, and he rolls that, but he clicks it, and what pops up is my answer, and then everybody can see it. So it's like it keeps it almost fair because there's always that time where a DM back in the day would roll the die and cover it with his hands, and then look down and be like, "Oh, you got a 13. Sorry." Like scoop it off the
There
thing
are
and like
such
start
things,
rolling
though,
it
like,
again.
so,
You know what I
like-
mean? Like,
Like,
"Oh,
don't
can
think
you
that
let me see
that's
it?"
not necessarily stated. There are things called secret roles, though. Like that
But
like
those
there
are
are
way
public
rarer
roles.
than they were before.
Yes. Yeah.
There
But
are
there
secret
are
roles.
secret roles.
For if it's like a player between player interaction, like, hey, I put a piece of C4 in his bag and I lit it, or I use like the spell to heat it up slowly. In 4 turns, it should blow up, and the DM's like, no, actually, that'd be like 7 turns or whatever. And like you have this interaction, and then
If you ever see your DM
and if you
rolling-
roll it, and he rolls it for like an extra reason, something's going on.
And he
So,
doesn't
like, he's
necessarily
the
the
role-
DM doesn't
like,
have to
"Oh, I
tell you
told
what's going
him, I
on.
told them." No, because it's a secret role between the player is the only one that's supposed to know, but the DM has to counteract. Like
The DM has to know
add it into
everything.
The game has to add it into the game, so he has to roll for like if it's happening because every
The
action.
only thing that would be
alters.
hard, which would be what I'd have to have my cell phone out, and then if you guys wanted to do something like that, you'd have to text me.
or a DM on Discord or something like that.
Well, yeah, oh, that too. But I'm saying like a text because you don't want to put it in the public thing so people can see it on the Zoom call.
What?
There's no way to like block that off though.
Yeah, because if I'm gonna pull up my Zoom, everyone's
Well,
gonna
what
see
I
it.
mean, I don't know. Like, we're not gonna be doing it on Zoom. There's gonna be a different thing we're running it through. I think to get. I don't remember what the name of it is, but I know there's something that
You're
you
gonna
can
find
do.
out though.
I can look into it. Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so
I feel like
I'm
I
s-
was gonna have a good time. Now I feel like I'm gonna get betrayed. I don't know.
No.
no,
the
but
thing
see
is,
that's
you
the whole
find out
thing.
people's
People
true
don't want to
colors.
betray you unless there's a real benefit for them, because they need you usually for whatever quest you're doing. And
It's a
it's gonna
big
be
synergy.
slow at start
It's
because
gonna be
we're
fun
all
though.
starting. You're all gonna be starting with level 1 characters.
But it's
So the
also
quest-
Matt. It's also not like. Sorry to cut you off, Tom. It's also not like, hey, you guys encountered these 3 wild boars. Like, say we're like level 5, 4, not even 3. We're level 3. You encounter these 3 wild boars. We're on our way to this quest to find this dude's playing a banjo and nobody likes him. We gotta kill him. Whatever the quest is.
Yeah.
We encountered these 3 wild boars. Oh, they come up. Oh, Matt got hit with a tusk. His fucking calf is split from his leg. Let me chop Matt's head off behind him. And then, like, what I'm saying is everything you do, like you describe, and every action can be thought of so many different ways. It's like, and you're not pressured to make the decision, but it's like you only have, can't like wait forever and be like, oh well, I'm finally gonna use pi to calculate. But like you can make smart decisions in the allotted time to completely change any situation, even if you're out, like you feel like you're out leveled by it.
a 20 is
Every
your friend.
situation. Yeah, of course. But what I'm saying
20 is
like,
almost like you can make almost impossible things happen.
if you're really going balls to the wall and you're throwing a Hail Mary, if you roll a 20, it's going to happen.
Yes.
Okay.
It's called the nat 20. But if you're like, if you're gonna do something a little elaborate and like you roll a 15 or 16, that could still happen. Or if you're like, all right, I'm gonna first just, if you know you're powerful, I'm gonna strike this one down, top of the skull, claymore, full sleeve. You roll a 16, done. That one's done. So it's like you have to kind of take like your action that you're gonna think of in your head has to correlate to the role that you think you're gonna get in a weird way. I know it sounds obvious, but it's not.
No, I hear what you're saying. It
Yeah,
sounds
it's like
interesting.
You have to think
a
of
more
every
the more
possible
far
action.
fetched the action is, the higher you're gonna have to roll to make sure that action happens.
I'm just
And
shocked
then there's
that my
just
leg
so many
never
interactions
broke.
you can
And
do.
if you roll a 1, like people have actually stabbed themselves by rolling
Everybody's
ones.
rolled a 1, a natty 1, dude. You trip, you eat shit, you blow yourself up on a pot of fucking oil. Like anything can happen. dude.
We've
It's
seen ones at the
horrible.
worst possible time.
Absolutely.
That's got to be like
It's actually
feel
it's
it,
almost
you know what I mean?
it's demoralizing even for the like demoralizing for them playing really bad, but it's almost even a little demoralizing for the DM when you're like,
They really
no.
fucked this one up.
Oh shit! I'm
And
just
then
glad that
how, like you have like figures too to show where you are in the party, so you can explain like obviously if someone's standing in front of you, you want to sword attack the guy in front of him. You can't do that if there's a narrow path because that dude's in front of you.
okay.
So you want to put your tank out in front. Whoever's going to take your damage, you want that person out in front.
Just like MMO.
Yeah,
It's all like an MMO.
this
but
is
in
the
person.
original MMO.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, let's do it once a month.
It'd be really fun, but it has
We'll
to be
have
hours because everybody's gonna be so hungry to play.
It'll have to be like a Saturday night.
Or yeah, once or twice.
B Dog watches UFC then.
Yeah, I do, but how late?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Saturday night after I was thinking after he gets out of work because nobody else. That's really the only day. Crap. We'll have to figure something out.
We'll figure it
Yeah,
out.
we will. We
We'll
will.
quit our jobs from the Raid Shadow Legend sponsors.
Yeah, everybody will pay me, and I won't have to work anymore. It'll be cool.
Hell yeah!
I'll do it 3 times a week.
No, I'm excited. I'm excited for this. You know, we've been talking about Dungeons and Dragons for so long. I didn't even get to tell you guys. Did you guys see the new game coming out from the Aliens game?
No.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Aliens Fire Team.
Would you need a map done to do this effectively? Would that help you a ton?
Probably. Let's pull this up.
What
Here,
is
I'm gonna pull it up.
this?
I don't know if can you see it, Core?
Oh,
I can
thought-
see.
thought that was the game.
It looks like Oculus Rift.
Here it is,
did.
right here. So
My Discord logged me out.
2020 02 2202.
So it's the way they described it. It's almost like Gears of War meets the Aliens universe.
What was that Aliens game where it was like we had a demo for it or something, where I rented it from whatever that old renting agency used to be, and it was like kind of like scary alien, like a couple aliens versus the Marines who were kind of like less powerful but had more of them. Do you remember what I'm talking
Oh,
about?
way back in the day. What the hell was
Way
that?
back. What was that game?
Was that
That game was kind of fun.
was that Aliens versus Predators?
It might have been, but it was humans versus predators. Though.
Yeah, Aliens versus Predators had humans in it too.
Yeah, that was kind of a crazy game.
I don't know. These games don't really entice me too much. It looks cool.
I'm curious to know if it's gonna have a campaign, because if it's a campaign, it looks like it's 4-player co-op. We should get it and rock it.
No,
You're not into it, B-Dog?
I'm not feeling that so much. I'd
If
rather
everyone,
play
comes
PC.
if everyone plays it, I'll play it, but I probably won't play it by myself.
And they have here's the 25-minute. We'll skip around this one, but this is the 25-minute. Oh, what did I just do?
Gung, gung.
Oh.
That dog is so sad. He said, "Why my mom not give me the tweets?"
Here you go. Here's some actual gameplay footage of it.
It really looks
This
like Gears of
this
War.
is this is alpha.
It
This is
does.
alpha footage.
That really looks like Gears of War a lot.
And apparently, all these like to get the great version, you have to pay for it though.
What do you got to pay for?
All these like decent D&D built to Zoom ones.
Really?
So far, at least the ones I'm seeing.
Well, how much does it cost?
I don't know. I haven't looked at price. There's one called Roll20, and it has some great abilities such as letting players move their own tokens during combat and a way to virtually roll dice for everyone to see. But it's a complex interface. So this is the one I've seen. It's a complex interface that is incredibly intimidating for new users. When I personally use Roll21 in my games, only because one of my players had the time to learn the system and is proficient with the web tools that are in it.
Text me the link.
I mean, this game looks okay. Gung, gung, pshoo, pshoo. There you go.
Oh, it looks like a third. It does. It looks like Gears of War meets.
Oh, this dude's. I feel like you're just shooting aliens the whole time.
It's almost like it honestly reminds me of Aliens, like the second movie,
Yeah.
which is my favorite one.
Oh, that dude died.
Yeah, you can even heal.
Yeah, I'll play it if
Oh.
everyone plays it, but I'm definitely not playing it by myself.
So there's 12 missions. I could hear him saying. You probably just can't talk. Keep hearing him. It's all tied together one story. Huh.
Okay. Cool.
Let's see. Is there like a little boss battle at the end? Oh. Oh, it's a stand. It's a last stand
Yeah,
at the
it's
end.
like an exfil.
But you even got the auto turrets from the movie. Huh.
Okay.
I don't know.
Look, it
I'm
says
interested.
cool. IGN.
I'm interested in it.
Very nice. Very nice.
I mean, I like Aliens to begin with, so I mean, what is this? This week in gaming: Aliens, Fireteam reviews, Sci-Fi Classic, and Dungeons Dragons Open World and more. Literally, what is this? Our podcast? What is this?
we did our
nonsense?
podcast based off of that link that we didn't.
What
look
is-
up.
I guess so.
Yeah,
I guess so. Huh?
my
that's hilarious.
good- What is the odds of that?
Slim to
Dude,
none.
what are the odds that I on a Sunday night playing WoW, get on a podcast, and then get excited to play Dungeons and Dragons, a game I've never played before?
And
Dude,
that's
you're-
good
like,
about it. I'm
super
hoping.
low.
I'm hoping anybody that's
It's a
watching this, we got
mind
them
game.
excited to play it.
Yeah, like
So-
how's your imagination? It's all about like if how much you want to put into it is how good it gets, which is so cool.
My imagination's okay, but once I
Well,
get
it can
into
get
like,
better.
once I get into a like mindset of like a world and shit like that, you know what I mean? Then it will be a lot better. But getting there is a little tough.
We can get you there though, based on like the way we want to do it, and I can be pretty immersed. Like if I want to be an asshole, I can be pretty immersed into something if I know we're all going to sit down and play it
Yep.
instead of like just playing like a game where we're online or something. But if we're actually all going to sit down and play a paper and tabletop game where you can completely build something out instead of I don't know, because like the only time that's gonna really be played is when you're all together.
Yeah.
It's not like
for sure.
any other game where I've gone and played. Like everybody's so invested
So,
in each
I
other
wanna
as
know
well
right
as
now,
the storyline.
I want to know two things. Are we serious about this?
Yes.
100%. Everyone's 100% serious about this.
I'm absolutely
Yes.
100% serious.
Okay, then
gonna
I'm
play-
gonna start working shit in my head. And two, this one's for
Sorry.
you.
Well, I want to be a double DM.
Okay.
I don't want you to have to do it every time.
Okay. Two, are you officially retiring your character from our original playthrough? Are you
I will
retiring? Was you were Flame and something else? I forgot what your other one was.
No, I remember Flame became Riddick.
Riddick. You Flame. Yes, you started a new character named Riddick, and Flame
Riddick
was
is
your,
my guy.
So you
Riddick is
okay? So if we do it, I'm going because Flame was his original character, who was his higher of the two after when he made Riddick. I'm going to keep because if you remember correctly, Flame had one of the wealthiest cities in.
yeah,
You,
I know, but I'm not
Okay.
sure how far are we going back with it.
I'm gonna pull. I want to pull stuff from my old universe, and I want to create a completely new universe.
How? We'll have to talk about it because
Yeah.
if we're gonna do that, I might as well keep Flame to build the story even richer because there's more content with him.
Well, you hardly ever played Flame anymore.
Yeah, but I have his character in my locker.
Yes.
I feel like I don't know. We'll have to talk about it.
All right.
I'm invested. I haven't played it in so many years. I feel scared.
Because you remember, I made a secondary character that I would play. It's what's really hard is playing DM and playing a character because you gotta
Well,
gotta
that's a
not-
band.
you've gotta not know. You can't let on that you know what's coming up, so you can't even let your character
No.
set your character up. Like you almost gotta let the rest
Yeah.
of the pack lead it, and you do it because I
And
had
you
a
just following.
I had a
We won't ever do
necromancer.
that
I made a
again.
necromancer who was a complete douchebag. His name
Yeah.
was Malif.
Yeah. We won't ever do that again. So it'll be like so I feel like what we're gonna end up doing is you're gonna be the DM Ice and then I'm gonna be the DM Flame. Like we'll switch off so each of us can have a character that's in the group every other week. You know what I mean? Because
So,
being a DM and a character at the same time is not good for anybody. It's awesome. It's awful. It's
so
just absolutely
I would have
awful.
a deal with everyone else, and I never told anybody else while I was doing it. I was building Malif up to be this super villain later on in the game, and I would be paying everybody. I was like, any dead body you get, bring it to my shack, and like, and they were like, why? He's like, well, I was like necromancy. I'm trying to level my guy up. You know what I mean? What I was really doing is I was stacking all of these. I had I made a cave under my thing, and I had hundreds and hundreds of like all the kills like I was paying everybody for, and they were just there. And my plan was to have them start like this overrun of the whole map. But freaking Ryan stumbles into my guy's house and like he rolls a 20 looking for something, and he finds the
And
hatch
finds
to get
all
in
the
there,
dead
and
bodies,
he finds
yeah.
everything, and I was like, it sucked. that was
Shit like
two
that can happen.
that was
Yeah,
2
and then
summers worth of work.
You can like
Damn,
become
that's
generals. You can eventually own. You can be a businessman and like you start off your business, see how it affects the economy. You can take over cities. You can literally force your way into like becoming a government official, or you can be a piece of shit and just live on the street and drink and like be a good fighter or be a shitty fighter and play music. Like, it's just like you can do literally whatever you want. It's so cool. It's. I mean, you can do whatever you want within whatever the die allows you to do. Because there's
True.
always the die is God.
Look how excited Corey's getting.
Yeah, no, I haven't played. I'm definitely gonna like for when I'm not being DM, I'll play something I haven't played before to have a fresh experience into it as well. Like with new spells and like new abilities, and like a new mindset to be in with a new class and a new race or something. But it's
I'm gonna
definitely
do the
exciting.
same thing.
I won't play the
I'm gonna
same
do the
thing
same
I've
thing.
always played, which would be played out. You know,
Uh,
I'll have my DM like guy on the side and like who I know and what like my old class, but I'll play something totally different.
And that's the whole thing. That's the other thing about playing multiple characters I like is like my ice character, my DM, that was like how I feel like I would play the game, like how I would do it, like. And then when I
Yep.
make then you make a secondary character, you can kind of let you like if you want to do an evil character, you
What
can
do I
kind of
wanna
let your
be? Yeah.
evil side fly, like it's cool. And that's the whole thing.
Yeah,
Like if
absolutely.
now, I'm gonna like when I do it, I need to see like you're gonna have to fill out. I want to know what race you are. I want to know how you're playing. Are you gonna be good, chaotic, good, neutral, evil, like chaotic, like there's like you got to learn all that too. You got to learn what each class like alignment means.
We
And
could all
every-
get into that when we all like decide we're actually gonna play. We all have the shit. We could all just sit in the call like this and fill out the classes and answer any questions and stuff that people had. Like that'd be a fun thing to even start it. You know, get everybody involved
Yeah.
and thinking
I'm
about
down.
what they want to be and like all that.
but
I don't know how many people you think are gonna play. Like how many people do
I
you
don't
think
know.
you really get to play?
I don't know. I would love a lot.
Keith? Will Keith play?
He might. If
He
we
might
could get-
play.
If we could get a DM and 5 or 6 people, that'd be perfect.
Russ probably won't play.
No, Russ
Maybe.
won't
I
play.
don't think so.
Russ wouldn't.
Well, we got
Chris
you,
is too busy.
Keith, Holly. I mean, that's 4. That's
Holly
DM
might
and 4
play.
right there.
I think I could get Holly to play or try.
What about Troy?
I don't
I
think
don't
so.
think Troy wouldn't play.
We'll
We
figure
can
it
try.
out.
We'll see. We'll see what we can do. We'll talk about it. We got to figure out a night. We got to figure.
We
it
could
out.
also do it with a DM and 3. That's plenty too. You don't
DM
need a
and 3 is
giant group.
literally what we did
Yeah,
on a
exactly.
regular basis.
That's a good group too. The easy to manage.
And
So yeah,
people
we'll
can
just
come
force
in.
Keith to play no matter what.
And
then we have a
people
DM
can
three.
come in later on
And
with
be
a low
one
character.
offs.
And
Yeah.
what it is what I usually do when I'm a DM and that happens is these guys go on a quest and I kind of help that person walk through it a little bit and we
Guide
kind of
them.
take care of them and we give them a little more XP at the end of it to help them level up a little bit more. So when they come back, they're a little
If they
better
do want to
leveled up.
play, yeah. If they do want to play, yeah. For
Cool.
sure.
Hell yeah.
And you're like, if you're a wizard, you get an actual spell book.
Like you have
What?
spells in the back of the DM handbook.
The book that
that
you
you
actually
can
have to like,
use.
you got to be like, oh, can I
You
cast
have to know
this
like,
spell?
and they cost like shit, like action points and shit.
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
All right.
They'd be like, oh, if I use this fireball now, what do I do? Like, what's around the corner? Can I still use like evocation to get out of here? You know what I mean? Like, you have to like ration your shit out. It's scary and
I did
intense.
enjoy. I mean, as much as I like playing as Ice, because I played it for years before I became the DM.
It becomes too easy though at a certain point when you become sort of. I was at a point where I could study somebody for 3 turns, and then if I was able to study them uninterrupted, like over
Kill.
12s is what I had to roll. I could assassinate them in
99% of
one
the
hit.
99% of the creatures in the map, Corey's better character, could kill. He could do that.
I could
and kill them.
assassinate them in one shot.
Like if he was going against a god or a demigod, no, but like, or like a platinum dragon.
So I
or
killed
something
that
like
one. I killed that one. I killed that
The
one.
demigod.
Was it a demigod?
He
Yeah.
was a demigod,
Yeah, I did.
but like,
Fucking cut his head off, bro. Was
Oh, yeah.
good.
yeah.
After a sick battle. Sick battle. Oh yeah. I assassinated him and then he lived. And I was like, oh, okay, we're in a fight. You know, like first guy I come across, I have this new ability. I'm still really powerful on him. I study him.
He was
I
Corey
slash
was the,
his throat,
Corey was
and
the
he's
most
like-
powerful of all the kids we played with.
He's like, what's good, bro? And I'm like, oh shit. And we just start battling, dude. Spell. I ended up killing him, but barely. I remember I barely got out of there.
That's
That
sick.
was sick. Yeah. I remember it was kind of like modeled after, if I remember right, it was kind of modeled after the battle seemed like it was, at least at the time, after Vidic from Morrowind. That's what it seemed like. Like the guy was like super like the Morrowind guy who was a dark elf and half elf, and he like had dual blades. It was
I
like
don't know,
WoW
I don't-
meets Morrowind. Yeah, and I fucking cased his ass.
It was, and that's the whole thing. Like
Yeah,
you put your
sweet.
imagination to it, it'll be fun. It is fun. I have a good time doing it.
And I remember that to this day.
That's
And I
sick.
don't remember what I ate yesterday. So, you know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah,
That type of
For
deal.
sure.
But yeah, no, we'll definitely do that. I can't believe how long we talked about D&D.
No,
So-
I can talk about it forever if you want to keep going.
We'll
It's so much fun.
we'll definitely be talking about D&D in the future. It sounds like. I think I'm good here. I think I'm ready to wrap it up. What about you guys?
Yeah,
I'm straight.
I'm good to go.
All right. Well, I think it's been a good time. I mean, next, I'm gonna try to watch a movie or something. So we can talk about a movie in next week's podcast, just because I feel like we haven't talked about movies in a while, and we were doing a pretty good job with that for a while. And I know you guys don't have. Maddie might have some time, but I know you said you're busy this week, so you might not have any time. But if you get a
Yeah, I
chance,
gotta
try
work
to.
tomorrow.
If you do get a chance, try to watch something this week after work. See if you can get something in, just so we can talk about for next week.
Word.
And if
Hell yeah.
anybody else is bored, Mondays, Wednesdays, I'll be on streaming Halo with these two guys. Usually 90% of the time are playing with me. Friday nights we do marbles. Next Saturday night, I might do a late stream. I don't know yet. But we'll figure it out. So with that being said, thanks you guys for tuning in. I'll catch you in the next one.
Peace.
This is the way.